Falafla tu hane e tau wala tala tutupu ke lata mo e leo taong Niuean ke hane whakamua ko whaita penei kwa hoko mai e hukui po him takau e whaiau ke he motu ko ia nei ko Gavin Vaughan ne kua hukui ai viri pua wau ke lata wai tau whakaroang he e whaiau ke he Pasifika ko e ka kanhana whanonga mai ke hokua tu e ki tua tumutu ni ko whaki la matai e whaiau ki ai mai whulue whoki mai tau takitaki ko mtapata e whaiau ke whatu mau e tuanga me tu pipiang ke lata me tu mina kai he lalolangi ko Gavin Hall ko ia whoki e taha pulotu ke hang pulotu he Messi i New Zealand ne takitaki e ke whahe Institute of Technology me Engineering ko whai mga ho ia he whai tapnei ke whatu tala me te hukui mai he whahe ngofunua to oa tu ai me kiskese ke whala tu whakaroanga hua ne ko whakatupi ai he FAO ke he motu. Ko tau siwa se Niue he mga hone ke whakamutapatu e whanuanga ke whaaki he tahamtakau ne ko whakamutapatu ke tau hiki ki ang he tomatangi. Ko e matakau nei he tau atu motu ki ko kau whrataha ke tau sita whakatokatokanga hua he SPC GCCA. Ko e matanga hua nei ne ko whakatupi ai he European Union i lalo he whita whakaroanga hua he SPC. Ko e manakianga he whanuanga nei tau liu whakatutala hanga au ia ke topalananga hua he tau atu motu takitaha ke la atu mahiki ki ang he tomatangi. Amuna ke fofua ke onungu furu tangata ka hoko mai he hewe atu motu ni ka matutake he matakau nei mai hatulunga FSM, Kiribati, Marshall Islands, Nauru, Niue, Palau, Tonga, Motuvalu. Wai whanuanga nei toka mata mai haho ufu maua ke haho ufu mwhitu ia uni. Falafla here to you're listening into Radio Sunshine's news bulletin for today. Firstly, the new head for the Food and Agriculture Organization's Sub-Regional Office for the Pacific Islands, Gavin Wall, is on the island this week as a formal introduction to member countries. Achieving food security is at the core of FAO's efforts to make sure that people have regular access to enough high-quality food to lead active, healthy lifestyles. Gavin Wall replaces Vili Fuavau to head the FAO Sub-Regional Office for the Pacific Islands, and during this initial visit he will meet with agricultural officials on the island and also visit some key sites that have been developed with funds from FAO. Professor Gavin Wall was formerly the head of the Institute of Technology and Engineering at Massey University before he left to take up the post of the Chief of the Agriculture and Food Engineering Services of FAO. Niue is in the midst of final phase of preparations to host the 4th Steering Committee meeting for the SPC's Global Climate Change Alliance Pacific Small Island States. Held once a year, the gathering will enable country representatives to discuss national country work plans and other climate change issues. About 60 representatives are expected from 9 small island states that will be represented, including Cook Islands, Federated States of Micronesia, Kiribati, Marshall Islands, Nauru, Niue, Palau, Tonga and Tuvalu. The meeting will be held from the 22nd to the 27th of June. Now looking at our news stories from the region, Papua New Guinea's cabinet officially disbanded Papua New Guinea's anti-corruption body. The investigation task force sweep over allegations that it was heavily comprised and politicised. Prime Minister Peter O'Neill announced this during a press conference to announce cabinet decisions on changes in the Royal PNG Constabulary, the cancellation of all special agriculture and business leases, and the disbanding of the ITFS. In a bid to assure Papua New Guineans, the O'Neill government said that the work by the ITFS will now be continued by the RPNGC. The ITFS was established in 2011 following a resolution by the National Executive Council and was an initiative of the Prime Minister that had part of his anti-corruption platform. Newly appointed Papua New Guinea Acting Police Commissioner Jeffrey Vaki was arrested by fraud investigators for perverting the course of justice. This action was deemed as perverting the court of justice in an obvious majority of senior police officers, especially assistant police commissioners, including the 3 ACPs for Mamase, Highlands and New Guinea Island regions, were behind the 2 substantive deputy commissioners. In a short media statement released by the deputy police commissioner, he said police fraud investigators have arrested Jeffrey Vaki for the perversion of course of justice, and he said while police respected the court order restraining them from arresting Prime Minister Peter O'Neill until the matter is returnable on this 25th of June, he again appealed to the Prime Minister to voluntarily present himself to the National Fraud and Anti-Corruption Office for an interview. Fiji and Indonesia have agreed to join forces in the global war against drugs. The government of the 2 nations signed a memorandum of understanding in Denaro that deepens the their cooperation combating the trafficking of illegal drugs and substances in the Pacific region. The Minister for Defence and National Security, Jokitani Zokasanaisinga, who signed the agreement on behalf of the Fijian government, said that the MOU greatly enhances Fiji's ability to secure its borders against the flow of illegal drugs. The Prime Minister updated the Indonesian President on preparations for the general election and added that the Fijian government regards the expansion of trading opportunities with Indonesia a major priority. Tongan Prime Minister Lord Tui Vakano says Fiji is a leader in the region. A lot of small island states depend very much on Fiji, and what has happened in the past has really affected the smaller islands. Lord Tui Vakano said PIDF in the Pacific can deal with we in the Pacific can deal with our own problems and we can solve it. He strongly feels that Pacific Island nations should be left to deal with their issues collectively. Communications Minister Said Kayam has granted Fiji Television Limited a 6-month extension to its TV broadcast license. The extension is effective from the end of the month. Said Kayam informed the company on Tuesday that the extension will be until further notice of any additional terms and conditions. This includes spectrum allocation that may be prescribed. The company will continue to broadcast under the terms and conditions contained in its existing license for the next 6 months. Fiji TV previously had a 12-year broadcasting license which expired in July 2012. Sacked Papua New Guinea Attorney General Ministers Keranga Kua told Sinsin Yongum tribal leaders Goroka he was satisfied and his sacking was a relief to him. Kua said his sacking was related to the recent drama in proportionate to the warrant to arrest the Prime Minister and the controversial USB loan. They described Kua as a God-fearing man and a man of wisdom. Kua, a veteran lawyer from that area, was mandated to Parliament by the Sinsin people for the first time in 2012 national elections. The Papua New Guinea government has endorsed an increase of $3.2 million $3.20 per hour in minimum wages for workers throughout the country. Prime Minister Peter O'Neill announced the National Executive Council decision that Cabinet has approved the minimum wage board determination. The Prime Minister said this is after the NEC convened and endorsed the 2013 to 2014 minimum wage determination that was handed down by the Minimum Wages Board. The news was welcomed by the PNG Trade Union Congress on behalf of more than 70,000 minimum wage workers throughout the country. The proposal to mine the seabed area between the west coast of Namatanai in New Ireland Province and East New Britain needs more public awareness and debate, says the Governor Araman Tobaining. Tobaining said proper consultation with the coastal communities need more awareness and more debate by the developer Nautilus Minerals, which intends to mine the ocean areas in Bismarck Sea, 30 kilometers from the nearest coast and at a depth of 1,600 meters. The stalled Trans-Pacific Partnership trade negotiations and Australia's latest free trade agreements with Japan and Korea don't impress Pascal Lamy. In Australia, as a guest of the Centre for Policy Development, the former Director General of the World Trade Organization dismissed such agreements as pacts of the past. His brutal message delivered to Business Day just after a meeting with the Australian Treasury is that trade is no longer much advanced by cutting tariffs. The other remaining barrier to trade was filed by Australia's Minister Andrew Robb and others at the WTO Bali meeting in December. It agreed to standardize and cut cross-border paperwork that restricts imports. Former New Zealand Prime Minister Helen Clark says going for a seat on the United Nations Security Council is part of the responsibility of membership of the UN for countries like New Zealand. She also indicated that it might be a year away before she gives any indication of whether she'll run to succeed Ban Ki-moon as the UN Secretary General. When she was Prime Minister, she initiated New Zealand's bid to join the Security Council for 2015 and 2016. The vote for 2 seats is in October, and New Zealand is up against Turkey and Spain. She said it was a big commitment for any country to make because it required beefing up representation in New York to cover the extra work required of Security Council members. Prime Minister Key has said he would strongly back Helen Clark as the first woman to become UN Secretary General if she puts up her hand. And Vanuatu's ambassador to the European Union in Belgium, Roy Mickey-Joy, has welcomed the decision of the German Federal Administrative Court which overturned the ban of kava in Germany. The Vanuatu diplomat said he would initiate discussions in Brussels with the ACP-EU TBT program to speed up plans to convene a second ministerial conference on kava to discuss all these issues before the end of 2014. Ambassador Joy has been at the forefront of discussions in Brussels and Germany on the removal of the kava ban imposed in 2002. In June 2002, the German Federal Institute for Drugs and Medical Devices announced an immediate ban on the sale of kava on the grounds that it can damage the liver. At that time, France and Switzerland had taken similar actions to ban all kava products. And those are our news stories from the region and our local news bulletin here on Radio Sunshine for today.